Aloha and welcome, guys. I've got a special little thing today. First of all, welcome everyone for coming. We've got some, as many of you guys know, every year there are certain dates that we kind of hold special. Okay, dates that remind us about certain important things in life, things like that. This week has been about talking about the missing and murdered Indigenous women and children in America and in Canada. Today is the actual day for that. So you may have noticed if you follow on YouTube with missing people, there's a lot of discussions right now about missing people that are from our Indigenous communities. So I wanted to take a few minutes today and just kind of go over some of the people who fall in that category and give them a name, give them a voice. We talk about that all the time. So if everyone can pull up a chair, and we will go ahead and get started with Aloha and welcome to the Local My Life. Hey, gang. And I am first of all going to apologize, Mrs. Portland. Everyone's been talking about Nightbot lately, and I set up Nightbot, which may not have been a good thing because it looks like it's blocking all the caps. Anyone who is typing in caps is getting blocked right now, so I've got to deal with that. I'm sorry, Mrs. Portland. Let me see what I can do real quick. I'm going to work on that real quick while I share this real quick video. As I mentioned, Mrs. Portland, hang out for just a few minutes. I did want to say hi to a bunch of people before I'm going to play a video. And while I play that video, I'm going to try to take Nightbot's permission. Oh, wait, maybe I can do that. Can I do it right now? I can do it right now. Yes, I'm smart. I'm so smart. Nightbot is officially no longer a mod on my channel. And so hopefully we can say hi to Mrs. Portland now. So did want to say real quickly hi to a bunch of people. Siren was our first person in the door. Hi, Siren. And then Sleuth Mom. Hope you're getting all set and ready. And oh my gosh, love you, my dear. Gabby. Hey, Gabby, how you doing? And Shalima, I always forget how to pronounce your name. All I know is I love you, my dear. I get to see you in chats all the time. So I'm like, yes. Mrs. Portland, who hopefully can talk now. I'm sorry, the dogs are being very, very noisy. The only, Mrs. Portland, stupid Nightbot went and did a timeout before I could do anything about it. And I don't think I can get rid of it. Okay, there's no Nightbot in my chat anymore. I'm sorry, Mrs. Portland. It looks like they timed you out for the cap stuff before I was able to get rid of it. So I'm so thesorry. And Frank, what is this? Good question. What is this today? And you know what? There's certain groups of people who just don't always have a voice. We talked about that yesterday, 2 days ago when we talked about Ardie. Ardie went missing and a lot of things happened that probably should not. You might have been awesome. If you can fix it, Siren, it'd be awesome. Let's see I trust you, boy. And so Sherry, how you doing? Okay, let's see what we got. Siren's on the work and Arctic Fox is popping up. Hey, Arctic Fox. So we talked about Ardie going missing earlier this week, and I'm doing some talking right now with some people about her case and trying to figure out some other things that are going on. Mrs. Portland, try to type anytime you have a chance. Siren may have fixed it. We will find out. So before we get moving on, I've got quite a few people I want to make sure we give them their voice, give them their name back. Their name was taken away when they went missing. And everyone should always have that name. And so I'm going to ask everyone for a few minutes. We've all heard of, some of you may have, some of you may not have heard of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. And so what I wanted to do real quickly is show a video I came across that really kind of puts all of this into a good picture about how many people this affects. We look at missing people from a European point of view or an Asian point of view or whatever. And we forget all these other cultures who get, and because they don't have the police to go looking for the training, okay, the smaller communities, we found that here, right? Okay, right, Sleuth Mom, we found that here. When you get small communities, you get big brother networks and all sorts of stuff like that going on. And it's important for us to remember exactly what's going on. Hey, PJ, how you doing, PJs? And so wanted to play this. Let me know if you're getting volume from it. I'm hoping everyone can hear what is going on right now with this. Yes, Punkette. Actually, you know what? I just don't, wait 1 second. I just realized something went wrong there, and I now know what it was that went wrong. Let's see, share that screen again. Let's get that bugger shared. Let's share the bugger. Okay, let's see if this works better. Now you guys can see it. Yes. Okay, let's try this again. Tell me if you guys can hear this or not.
Native women will be physically assaulted. The advocates believe that crimes against Native women are underreported and underestimated.
88% of the crimes committed against Indigenous women are interracial.
1 in 3 Native American women will be raped in their lifetime.
These statistics scare me so much when I see that it's low.
Is murder.
Rarely do we find laws and policies that protect trans communities.
It's just low, sorry.
Violence accounts for 75% of deaths in Indigenous youth, ages 12 to 20.
We pray for and honor these relatives.
Ashlyn Mike from the Diné tribe. She was 9 years old and she was murdered.
Carol Swan from the Shuchangu Lakota Oyate.
For those of you who cannot hear, at least we have our subtitles.
She is my auntie. She was murdered.
Phoebe Ortegon and her baby boy. She was killed by medical neglect. She's Eastern Shoshone and Northern Arapaho. She is my sister.
Stacy Hill, 17 years old, from the Red Lake Band of Ojibwe Indians located in northern Minnesota. She was murdered.
Fred Martinez, Navajo, 16 years old.
Same here, Elizabeth.
Murdered.
I love subtitles.
Jacinta Eagle Deer, Brule Lakota, killed in a hit and run in 1975.
In 2019, the Senate officially designated May 5th as the National Day of Awareness for MMIW. It honors the birthday of Hannah Harris, a Northern Cheyenne woman who went missing in Montana and was determined to have been raped and murdered.
This is what scares me. The whole idea of some of these numbers, a young girl, second leading cause for her dying, has to do with being killed. Plain and simple. These numbers are something that, as I started looking into this the other day, as I came across Ardie's case, and all those things started popping up, okay? Questions as to, well, why is this such a thing? Why was she only given a couple days of searching? Those types of things started popping up in my mind, and I couldn't quite figure out. And as I went looking around further and further, I came across all the information, okay, about the lack of training in these areas, the lack of, in one video I came across, they talked about how an Indigenous woman or an Indigenous child dies 3 times. They die or go missing when they go missing. They do it again when the police don't follow up on the case the way they should be. And then they finally do it when the public and the media never pick up the case. That's why they need the coverage. They need us to help give out these names. We talked the other day. Ardie, none of us knew Ardie's name. Sleuth Mom had covered Ardie's disappearance a year earlier, or 9 months, something like that, Sleuth. And however, how many of us still didn't know her name? one person covering does not do it. We need to make these things become, these should be names that maybe you don't recognize off the top of, but when you see their face and you see their picture and you hear they go missing, you're like, oh, yes, I did hear about that. They're in my prayers. They're in my thoughts. They're everywhere we need. So what I did today was just back in January. It was just back in, okay, thanks, Sleuth. And also, yeah, there's so much, and there's so much still going on with these, okay, because a lot of times what I'm finding out in these cases, there's just not enough people to follow up on these cases. Okay, not enough training of the people. Then they add in, as they did in Ardie's case, which I can't believe, oh, it's too cold, so we're not going to go searching anymore. Okay, when there's so much that can be done if we come together as communities, which is what this community, the Indigenous communities, show us, is just how you can come together. So getting those names out is important. So what I did today is I went in and I just wanted to take a sampling. Okay, a sampling of these people and see if we can get their names out. See if we could give their face and tell their story so that they no longer are unknown, that people are keeping an eye out for them. There's one person here that I recognize, maybe in Denver. How many of us here, I know quite a few people here on YouTube that happen to be in Denver, and I guarantee you've never heard this kid's name. So this is a little different than most of mine. It's pretty much, there's very little information available for many of these people. So I'm kind of sticking to the statistic, okay, the biostatistics, if you will. And, but again, like everything else, any help you guys can give really will be appreciated. So we have Amberus. Amberus went, and I am going to say this before I get going, gang. I know I'm going to pronounce some names wrong here. For anyone who is from the communities who may be coming across this, I truly, from my heart, apologize. I know names have power. They always have for me. That's why my channel is The Local My Life. Okay, it's based off of my Hawaiian name, Local Mekai. Okay, and I would hate to ever, it's never to disrespect whatsoever. So I do apologize if I do anything on that level. Hello, Jet's mom. So Amberus went missing almost a year ago. And from Santan Valley, Arizona. I noticed a lot of people here, we don't have specifics on what they weighed, how tall they were even. In this case, 5'3" to 5'6". Well, if you're me, 5'3" to 5'6" is a pretty dang wide range. Okay, but what we do have are a couple pictures. Pictures that we could look at, pictures that we can go and be like, okay, yes, this is what this woman looks like. Okay, this is who I need to be looking out for. 175 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Okay, she has gone missing. Her family, many of these groups right now today is the day they're out marching. They've gone out marching wearing their red with a handprint over their face because they're being kept quiet. And they aren't going to be kept quiet anymore. And yes, Frank, I got all dressed up just for you. And also, next, Charlene. Charlene Gardipee went missing at age 32. Earlier, just recently, actually, within the last couple days. And I wanted to cover on many of the people that have recently gone missing. There are some people you're going to find here that went missing a year ago, more, but I really wanted to cover some of the ones that have been more recent because those people, as we know, there's a higher chance that we can still track them down. We might find them. Some of these people went missing when they went into cities, okay, or they were out traveling or things like that. So Charlene was 32 years old. She went missing just a couple days ago from Great Falls, Montana. She's 5'6", 140 pounds, brown hair, hazel eyes. And they're saying for anyone who does see her, okay, please let Great Falls Police Department know. And sorry, Jet's mom, yes, we do have a friend timed out. I had Nightbot involved, and Nightbot got a little... I've got to do some more setup of Nightbot, put it that way. And by the time I unmodded my Nightbot, they had already timed out the person. So hopefully it'll get fixed soon. Amber, how you doing, my dear? Love ya, love ya. Hope you're doing good. And hey, Savage. This little one, this is the one I was talking about. I've got a lot of people here who are from Denver or from different cities, and this is a perfect example of how just because you don't live out in, whether it be the reservations or out in the, out in nature, out any of these areas, you still might be running into these people. Okay, Ayven went missing a little while ago. Okay, he was actually taken by his non-custodial father. His mom has complete custody of him. He was taken by him. Police think that there is a very high chance that he's in Denver. So those of you with Denver ties, please help us get this picture out. Now, these are the cases where we talk often, many of you guys who follow missing people. When you got a child, 2 years, 2019 to 2022, a child changes. He's now about 10 years old. I guarantee you he does not look like that picture as much anymore. And yet, we don't have age progressions. Okay, where are all these things? Yes, it's a parental abduction, but still, where are all these things that should normally be happening? People are always doing these for other cultures. Well, why is it not being done here? Okay, I know it's rough when you've got only 1 or 2 people in a department, 3 people in a department, and yet you've got tons of people to follow. But hey, we need to be keeping an eye on that. So what they have done in this case, there's a very high potential that, yes, you've got the Oglala Sioux tribe. Sorry about pronunciations again. You can contact with information, or if you are in Denver and happen to come across something that reminds you of Ayven. Okay, little boy who just has those, what I'm recognizing from Ayven is his cheeks. He's got those little cute little chubby cheeks, and he's really got the, those are the things you're looking for. And when you're recognizing it, you can call Denver Police Department. You can actually put in the case numbers. One of the things I did find very, very impressive when I was doing all this is there were case numbers for a lot of these people. A lot of times when I look for regular missing people, I'm not getting the case numbers, but I'm getting it here. But Elizabeth, doesn't he have those little cheeks are so cute. They're so cute. And but he's a 10-year-old now. He's a preteen. And also keeping an eye out so he can come home to his mom. Heather Marie Underwood. So Heather Marie went missing, during COVID times, December 13th, 2020. She was 45 years old at the time. She's 47 now. She did go missing in Huntington Beach, California. So we're talking different areas where people are going. Again, the weird thing of, at least to me, it's weird that we don't have set heights. It's like me, I'm 5'4.5". It's pretty set in stone for me at this point. They're saying she's between 5'2", 5'4". That may be, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a cultural thing. I don't know if it is just, people don't measure each other. That could be. I don't know what it is, but 5'2" to 5'4". So we're talking someone in that lower medium height area, 190 to 210 pounds. She definitely has deep brown, curly, shoulder-length hair. That hair is definitely something that's going to help give her away because it's got waves in it. And any of us, that have waves, trust me, I just brushed mine out, but normally I've got waves galore. They're hard to get rid of, especially, you brush it, they only go away for a few minutes. Yeah, her hair is absolutely gorgeous. She also has some other telltale signs. She has a couple tattoos. She has on her shoulder, a star. I'm not sure which shoulder, but one of her shoulders, she has a star. On her left outer calf, So we're talking the lower part of the leg. She has hibiscus flowers on there. So it's definitely something to be taking a look at on that level. Jada Lomawaima. She's 16 years old when she went missing, 17 years old now. Now, again, like in many cases, when you're talking teens, a lot of these teens may have run away. Okay, we talk about that quite regularly. But again, like I always say, I don't give a shit if they run away. They're still in danger. They're the ones that have the potential for trafficking going on. They have all of these other potentials going on. And because not as many people are looking for them, they're in a much more dangerous position. So she's 17 right now. Okay, she went missing about 11 months ago. Okay, from Lawton, Oklahoma. Elizabeth, this is a great... You know what? I'm hoping... See, that's the thing, Elizabeth. It's hard because I'm one of those... I look at a picture and I'm like, I'm never going to remember the person. But if I can find a couple different little things about them, something that makes them different from someone else, maybe I can. And maybe someone will recognize them. Maybe it's someone that they go and when they're at McDonald's, they recognize has coffee every day at McDonald's. And they're like, oh my gosh, I recognize that person. You never know. So she's got black hair, brown eyes. Okay. She looks definitely, at least from what I'm seeing on the picture, a little older. She's a little bit like me. When I was younger, I looked much older than I really was. That's changed, thank God. And as you get older, you're like, thank God that I don't look older anymore. When you're younger, it's perfect. And so that is Jada. Our next person is Keisha. Okay. Keisha went missing just about 5-6 weeks ago, I think, from Tisto, Arizona. So again, a lot of these places, it could be a runaway type situation, things like that. And Elizabeth, I agree. I wish cops would realize that kids don't run away from loving homes. Okay, they don't. Kids go through a lot of rough times. Okay, some of them may run away. Some just get mixed in with the wrong person. Some truly have been abducted. And we're doing all of them a disservice by just labeling them, you're a runaway. That's a disservice right there. So, Frank. Be nice to our sleuth. We got to be nice to... Yeah, sure. See, she's going to need a couple days off away from you, huh? I love this group. So anyhow, Keisha. She's 5'6", 200 pounds. So she is on the taller side. She's got brown hair, brown eyes, and again, a couple of tattoos. And these tattoos are definitely things you should be able to see. Okay, especially we're getting out of the winter months where she'd be wearing longer clothes. And we're getting into times of year where she might be wearing spaghetti strap or short sleeve or shorts or things like that. So her tattoos, she actually has on her right forearm, which is lower down, the word Tiwa. Okay. On her left forearm, so right forearm one, the left forearm, she has a rose with some designs around the rose. So something definitely there. And on her left shoulder, she has some native designs. Now, with that one, it is the Hopi Law Enforcement Services who are doing all the work on her. So I've included their phone number there. Again, in many of these cases where they're coming from smaller, if they are a runaway, I'm going to say, hey, Fruit Loop, hey, my dear. If they are one of those who have run away, chances are they are not going to be in these areas. They're going to be in a larger city, my suspicion is. Okay, so calling that phone number may help, but it may also be just as easy in many of these cases. Call 911. Especially in the cases where we have a case number. That really helps out there. And to just go back with that, I wanted to just say, okay, showing there, she's got what I'm seeing here, gang, and those of you in chat, help me with these things. If you notice something on someone when you're looking at their pictures, point it out. It might be that one thing about them that lets someone else recognize them. I'm noticing how well she keeps her eyebrows. Okay, how thick they are and how she's got that arch going with them. Okay, the ink is definitely identifiable. You've got it, Elizabeth. Okay, those, here, let me just pull that up on its own. Okay, she's definitely got some very identifiable ink going right there. So, next, we have Leslee Marie Villebrun. 31-year-old, went missing on April 1st from St. Paul, Minneapolis. And yes, that should be a comma, not a slash. And so St. Paul, Minneapolis area, Minnesota, basically. She's got brown hair, brown eyes. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot more to go on other than that. Okay, we don't have a height. We don't have a weight. Looking at her, I'm seeing someone on the average side. Okay, someone probably on the, Aquarian baby, there's a lot of concerns about stuff like that. Are there serial killers out there? Okay, you get people who, some of these places, they're on highways. Okay, there's a lot of potential. It's like everything that goes on in the national, parks and stuff like that. There's a lot of potentials out there. And Elizabeth is thinking she's about 5'5", it looks like, 120, 130 pounds. 5'4", I'd guess that one too. I think your weight is right on in that case. Definitely right on in that case. She definitely seems to have the high cheekbones. Oh, okay, something there. Yes, Aquarian baby, definitely truckers, I think. They're the ones who could also help solve some of these cases too. And I don't know if many of you guys know, there's actually on Facebook, trucker Facebook sites for putting out the faces of all of these people. And I think it's wonderful they do that, because they are the ones, when someone's out hitchhiking or stuff like that, they're going to see these people. This next person actually has a lot of people who are following her. Family are like, she did not run away. This is not a runaway. She may be 15 years old, but we know her. It's like we said earlier in chat. Okay, not every teenager goes and runs away. Okay, there's a whole video that her family and friends have put together. She's a 15-year-old who went missing last October. I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but Bemidji, Minnesota. She's 5'4", 120 pounds. Dark brown hair, brown eyes, has a scar over her left eyebrow, and there's also a scar on her left thigh. So a couple things there. She was last seen wearing a red sweatshirt, jeans, unknown shoes, maybe black Nike slides. They are really, really looking for her. This family, and that's what these families, look, Ardie's family has not given up. Ardie's family is here a year later, and they are looking up, and no one's ever going to tell them that this is their little girl. In the case of Nevaeh, I mean, I've always loved that name, Nevaeh. I don't know how many of you guys have ever figured out what Nevaeh is. Nevaeh is heaven backwards. I've always loved that name. I think it's one of the most gorgeous names out there. So heavenly Kingbird. And they need to get her home. She did not get the coverage that she needs. And they're trying to be the ones to push the coverage. Right now, hopefully some of these people are getting the coverage that they need. Because all of a sudden, for this 1 week each year, I hate to say it, but people start looking at these stories. But you know what? At least we're getting the names out. Now we need to keep the names out. We need to keep them out. And I know that's what so many of you guys here in this community that's what we're all about, is keeping the names out as much as possible. And I will, by the way, be sharing all the posters for every single one of these people, both Instagram and YouTube. They will be shared. Now, Next, Nicole Frances Bearclaw is a 39-year-old. She actually reminds me of someone I know here. She went missing, again, fairly recently. 5'5", 164 pounds. Brown hair, brown eyes. Okay, again, Billings, Montana. There's quite a few. Billings, Montana. Browning is another one that seems to have a lot of people who are going missing from it. So anything you guys can do on helping to share these out. Because the other thing I've noticed with a lot of these people, they don't have posters. They don't. A couple of them may have a poster here or there. Okay, Nevaeh, for example, she has some posters out. But some of these people, I could not find posters. All I could find is stuff on the MMIW website, and that was it. And that has to change. That needs to change. Next is Pauline. Now, Pauline's been missing for a long time. She went missing back in 2003. The reason why I'm including her is the police themselves have stepped forward and within the last 2 weeks asking people to put information back out about her. She went missing October 2003, as I said. She right now would be she would now be 63 years old. She's 5'6" and from Choctaw, Mississippi. Black hair, brown eyes. There is a reward for information leading to finding her or arresting and prosecuting the suspects involved. Now, I'll be honest with you. What they are saying is they feel foul play is involved in her case. Now, this goes back to a lot of other cases where people have given up on people. Okay, it's like, oh, well, they're gone. There's no need to go searching for them anymore. Okay, yes, I know hands are tied by just being too busy and stuff like that, but that does not mean we give up. We don't give up on Ardie. We don't give up on Pauline. Okay, we don't give up on Ariel out here in Hawaii. We don't do those things. So they're asking people to keep her name out there. Someone knows something about her. There is a reward that will go towards anyone who can help us find her or help bring people to justice in her case. Rebekkah. Rebekkah also went missing a little while ago, a couple years ago, 3-4 years ago. She was in Santa Fe, New Mexico, was 21 at the time, is now 24. These are all the cases. When I see someone at this age too, this is another one of these cases. People love to throw out runaway. 21 is runaway? What? These are the danger cases. These are the ones that a man comes and grabs. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. You can try to lay it up towards, okay, runaway or whatever, or wanting to get away or anything like that, but I'm sorry. No, it does not make sense. Okay, now in this case, okay, she was last seen at the IAIA campus. So she had gone over to the campus, and there are some cases where someone does, and this could be that case, that she decided she did not want to be around family anymore. The thing is, I have a hard time family no matter what, and I know there are people who are this way. You know your family cares about you. Maybe not all of them, but you know there are people there. Maybe grandma, grandpa, parent, sister, brother. There's someone who's worried about you. You're going to want to call, leave a message. Okay, do something where they know that you are safe. And that's the case in these, okay, in a case like Rebekkah, it's like just let us know you're okay. Because if we don't know you're okay, then our mind has to jump to the idea that someone has you right now. Okay, so, and as long as that's the possibility, no family is going to give up. Families will not give up if that's a possibility. So she does have a nose ring and was last seen in Oklahoma City, even though she is from New Mexico. So Santa Fe is in charge of the case, even though there is that, okay, distance issue there. So, and we got a couple different pictures. And one thing, and I've said this before also, have multiple pictures of your loved ones in case they do go missing. Because you can see it just with this one, especially nowadays that we love to do our filters and stuff like that. We can look totally different in different pictures. Just look at that. She looks totally different in those two pictures. And yet they're pretty close to the same age frame there. It's just differences on how the picture was taken and whether she was wearing makeup or filtered or things like that. So having those different pictures makes a big difference. And last, I wanted to finish with Ardie again. For those of you who were not here on Tuesday, I did the whole episode on Ardie. Ardie's mom did reply that the uncle is not the biological uncle. Okay, and there's some more information to come on that. I'm hoping to do some continued episodes on her. Things are coming. The weather's changing there now. So now they're going out there on a regular basis and looking for her. But we don't know where she is. We know there's a 3-year-old who's missing. She went missing just a couple weeks ago. Sorry, this is the old one too. She went missing a year ago. Sorry, I thought I had the right one copied there. I did not. I deleted the wrong one. She went missing 4/22/21 from Browning, Montana. Like I said, I've noticed a lot of people from Browning, Montana going missing. They only gave her less than 2 weeks of searching. In reality, they were only doing rescue for about 72 hours. After that, they were like, oh, no, it's recovery. So, hey, guys, come here. And so helping us get the word out about her. Okay, she was last seen. Hey, guys, shh. She was last seen wearing a purple jacket with unicorn design on the front and gray sweater, black leggings, and black boots. Ardie and that little face, she's a sweetheart. And yes, my dogs are barking like crazy right now. And also, if anyone has any information, sharing that with them. So that's just a small handful. We've been talking for 37 minutes and we've talked about what, 11, 12 people, something like that. And there's so many more. Today has been a day of marches. Today has been a day of people wearing red, okay, in honor of these people who don't have a voice. And yet the names can go on and on and on. There are so many, and every single one of them deserve to have a poster made of them. Every single one. You're in a community where, like this one girl has said, am I next? Because they don't know what's going to happen next. Okay, women have a special part in all of our populations. They are the ones who teach us. Think about our grandmas, okay? Our grandmas are the one who taught us about our culture, okay? Cooking. They taught us, yeah, grandpas did it too. I'm not saying they didn't either, but our grandmas, our moms have this way of teaching us about our culture, teaching us the language, teaching us all these different things. And when you have a whole community where so many women are losing their life, they are disappearing, you have a whole culture disappearing. And that's what this is about, is just how do we bring this back? So I have one more video I just wanted to end on. And let me see here. Let me share my system audio. Hopefully it's a little louder. We will find out if it's louder or not. Let's see, Honore. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So this is actually done by the Ontario Police. This is something they did earlier this week. They hung red dresses throughout their whole station to remind everyone about what they're here to do. So.
Wake
Hoping volume works this time.
Today, as you see the red dresses hung throughout General Headquarters, it is a reminder of the love of the families and communities that grieve for the missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. The dresses have been hung here with a purpose to acknowledge the missing and murdered women, girls, and LGBTQIA2S+ people. These dresses honor all Indigenous mothers, daughters, aunties, sisters, grandmothers, nieces, and cousins. They are to draw attention to the gendered and racialized nature of violent crimes against Indigenous women and to evoke a presence through the marking of
Yeah,
their
I love
absence.
the way they did this, actually, Sherry.
Each dress is a visual reminder of the staggering number of MMIWG that are no longer with us. But they are also a reflection of the power and the strength of Indigenous women that have come before us, our ancestors, and the strength of the Indigenous women making change among us today. The Red Dress Project was started in 2010 by
She
Jamie
does,
Black,
Frank?
a Métis artist based in Winnipeg. The Red Dress Project has since evolved into a national movement. The color red has become a symbol for MMIWG across North America in general, extending well beyond just Black's work. May 5th is now Red Dress Day, when people of all backgrounds are encouraged to wear red to raise awareness. The color red holds sacred symbolism in Indigenous cultures across North America. The color red holds a place on the medicine wheel representing many teachings.
Thank you, Frank,
Red
for sharing
represents
that.
fire, energy, and blood. One of the nicest teachings that red represents is love, which serves as a reminder for us to care for each other and our mother, the earth.
So, guys, we've kind of gotten through. This goes on. After today, these people continue being missing. No matter what, they're going to continue to be missing. There's going to be new names to add to the list. But what we need to do is speak for them. My Instagram things say, okay, together we can be their voice. And that little saying popped into my head when I was trying to design something for these posters. And it really, that's what this is. This is what we all do. When all these people that are in this chat go to their own channels and show pictures of these missing people, we are giving these people their voice. And so we wear the red. Okay, we remember the hand across the face that is keeping us from talking. And no, we're going to keep talking. We're going to keep bringing these people's faces, names, stories to the forefront. And so if your day is done, look for a nightgown tonight in red. If your day is, I'm heading out to a movie now, wear your red. Just remember that we are that voice for them. They may have been silenced for now, but they will not be silenced forever. And also, if you guys can help me, help them. When you're in any of these chats, whether it's be mine, sleuths, okay, PJ, everyone, savages, everyone's that's there right now, we all know the list. Hit that thumbs up, hit that share. Get the names into the algorithm so that we can kind of get these names out. So when someone, like I said on Tuesday, someone goes typing into their search bar, missing girl, maybe instead of popping up more drama surrounding Summer, they might hear about Ardie. Wouldn't that be amazing if just the right person sees the right video? When someone puts missing child, it pops up monkey's picture. Be amazing. And you guys, it's by hitting those buttons that makes the difference. So red hearts in the chat right now for all those who don't have a voice that will come together and be their voice until they can speak for themselves. Thank y'all for joining me. I am going to go deal with some dogs who are being very, very noisy. All of a sudden, I can see it's happening right now. And please remember those who are Indigenous who don't have that voice right now. And love you, Robbie. I just saw you pop in. Love you, my dear. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for a Mental Health Live. Yes, little dog. And then if anyone has any more stories that need to be told, people who need their story told, need a voice, please, you guys know how to contact all of us. Talk to you later. Mom just walked to my door, so I'm going to take the dogs out. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye, guys. And hello.